My dog Max had luxating patella surgery and I'm documenting his recovery. This was his second night at home, his first full day. It had been over 24 hours at this point since he had a drink of water, so I was getting desperate, having him lick ice cubes and drops off my finger. The good news is we gave him a whole egg and some of his farmer's dog food, and he was a member of the Clean Plate Club, which I'm taking as a really good sign. Despite the strictest dosing for his pain meds, he was still occasionally whimpering and groaning, but this might have been a side effect from the meds. Nevertheless, he laid with Peter for several hours, and then he finally had a drink of water before we went to bed, and I was so relieved. I did have a little mishap with his meds, just watch.
I know, it stinks.
I didn't mean to shoot it that much. And he was being finicky about taking his pill, so I just put it on his tongue, but watch Peter's reaction to this. Why does he look so horrified? Anyways, we took Max out to try and get him to go to the bathroom, and he was not having any of it. So this means he's been home for about 30 hours and he has only peed once and not pooped. I would say I was a little bit concerned, but I'd also seen a lot of other people share that this had been the case for their pets. You can see he's taking just a few tiny steps, but really he wasn't moving at all this time when we took him out, just standing still. After we came in, he had a lamb and salmon puppy bite for dessert, and then we went upstairs. I have decided I really like how we set up the bed. We put a waterproof pad down and then his bed in between our pillows, and then we just plop him in there and sleep like that. He's been sleeping about 5 hours the first 2 nights, and I think it's because he feels really comforted by us being on either side of him. I'm happy that he's been getting some rest, and it also makes it easier for me to check on him. We did our last round of icing. We've been doing about 10 minutes an hour. Since the first 2 nights went so well, I think tomorrow night I might have him sleep in his playpen, but we'll see how he feels. I woke up at 5 and took his cone off because I knew I'd be awake, and then I looked over and he had jumped onto Peter's pillow, which is a little bit of his normal behavior. Max says thank you so much for all the love and support, and we'll keep you posted.